Hey guys, it's Sylvia Worsham. Welcome to Focus Fridays and welcome to the segment on the transformative power of love. And I was inclined to speak to you on the topic of love because of all the anger and frustration and rage displayed on social media channels since last week. And God prompted me this morning to it's going to be about love. Now, remember, God is a being of light and love, and we're all created in his image. We are all beings of love, of creativity, of genius, and of gifts. And love is truly transformative. I'll tell you my story, and you can take whatever elements resonates with your soul and apply it in your life if it applies in your life. But for a better part of my whole life, and I'm 46, turning 47 this year, up until 2017, I had an identity that focused on anger solely. And after a traumatic event in my life at the age of 7, my unconscious mind created a belief, limiting beliefs from that, and created a certain identity that focused on operating from fear and certainty. So when people ask me do you like anger? Do you like fear and certain? I'm like, I used to. And let me tell you, I'm here to tell you today, it really impacted my relationships with others, especially with my father. It impacted my relationship in my second marriage with my husband and even with my kids. And I love my children very, very much. But because I was operating from that place of fear and certainty and operated from the what ifs, what if I fail? What if I'm not a good mother? What if I'm not a fair and good loving mother? What if? And it was constant. It was a constant thought, constant, operating on that feeling of fear. And when you engage with those feelings and those self-sabotaging patterns of behavior, you reinforce them in you. And that's part of the programming you give your mind, your unconscious mind. Now, after 2017, after I became a coach and I understood how my unconscious mind, how powerful it was and how it worked, then I saw the benefits of shifting my lens and my focus to love. Before I couldn't see it because fear kept me stuck, see? And my entire lens was on, like, say, for example, in my relationships, when my husband tried to give me constructive criticism, I would get mad at him. I'd be like, why is he telling me that? Like, who does he think he is? Like, how does he know more than me? And it was that anger, fearful state. Whereas now, from the loving perspective, I look at his motivation and he's trying to help me out. He loves me. He wants the best for me. And I choose to focus in on the story that helps me thrive. So, you're right, Dennis. What can love not do? It has so much power. It has so much power in your relationships and your health. That's the other aspect of it. So let's talk about benefits of the transformative power of love. Okay, so if we were to look at relationships, when you start to view it from the perspective of love, you start to focus in on the happy memories of your life and how this impacted, say, the relationship I had with my dad. Like, forever I had an anger identity. I held on to so much anger towards my father that you could feel it when we were in the same room. We couldn't even sit down and have a conversation without me storming out of the room. I mean, it was bad. And now we can sit with each other in the same room and we can have a conversation and I can hug him and love him. And you know what happened? All of my memories were uncovered. It was almost like I remembered all of them the moment I made the choice to shift to a side of love. And then I remembered all the happy, funny memories with my father, dancing with my dad, on vacation, going on horseback, all these memories I had suppressed for years because my mind was solely focused on the negative aspect of our relationship. So that's one benefit that you can see. On the health side, when I operated from fear, uncertainty, and scarcity, my mental health my anxiety increased exponentially. And you could imagine, like during COVID. But luckily, before COVID hit, I had made the choice to start focusing on me, on the self love piece that I never truly understood. And COVID really helped me do that. There was a lot of moments alone with myself, meditating, operating from that place, detaching from these feelings and emotional triggers that were not helping me out, and choosing to view the stories that help me thrive. What happened with my anxiety? It decreased significantly. So when COVID hit, I wasn't as anxious. I was actually calmer than most times I had been in my life. And that was super important to me. The last benefit I had was in my career. In my career, it really helped me because I stopped operating from the what if perspective. I stopped operating from that perspective and I started to act on the promptings that God provided for me. Much like I acted on the prompting from God to talk to you today about the transformative power of love. I stopped thinking, what if I don't succeed? And instead focused on, what if I do succeed? What if everybody buys my book? What if it transforms one life? I mean, that's amazing. And I focused in on that. And this is where the law of focus really plays an enormous role, because what you do focus, you will find everywhere. So if you are constantly operating from a place of fear, and you're believing conspiracy theories, and you're believing that everybody's out to get you, and you're believing and you're focused in on all the negative things that are happening in our world, and you focus in, what happens when you do that, and you keep company with people that do that, those people will influence you and influence your view and your lens. So if you're truly in the place of wanting to change and transform in your life, you got to start making hard choices for yourself. And for me, these were easy choices. Do I want to hang out with people that empower me or put me down? Do I want to hang out with people that view life through a negative lens? I mean, I was negative for a long time. Why would I want to do that again? So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself, and you need to make those choices within yourself. I made them for me because I knew that I had already lived that angry identity, and it did nothing for me. So once again, it can be transformative in your career. It can be transformative, especially in your mindset, which is at the foundation of everything you do. Relationships and, oh my gosh, health, mental and emotional health is so important, guys, especially now with the COVID crisis we have. The last thing you want to do is increase your stress levels, because when stress increases, immunity decreases, and you're more likely to catch this thing. And who wants to be sick for 6 weeks? I mean, I don't. I personally don't want to get massive headaches and, headaches that don't ever end, or, coughing forever, or like lasting effects of the lungs. I mean, who wants that? So once again, love has transformative properties to it and transformative power, and it's up to you which lens you want to view your life from. I'm Sylvia Worsham, your host of Focus Fridays. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's segment on the transformative power of love. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Love you all. Thanks, Dennis, for being on. Love you too. Bye.